Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing an unboxing for the November Loot Crate. This month is magical. I'm excited to get into this, although I do know what one of the items is going to end up being, unfortunately. As usual, these are super dark, but I didn't get to wear them last time. And hopefully, this whole video isn't insanely, it looks incredibly dark up there, so hopefully this actually comes out fine, because I'm doing autofocus, which I never do. Just because it's so incredibly dark in my room, because I have the stupidest little light. I'm using my actual kunai because I can't find my Naruto and my Minato kunai this time. So got all my actual stuff out this time. But I am looking forward to getting into this. Some magical stuff in here. So of course there are a couple of things that have come out recently. Sadly, and I've mentioned this before if you've ever seen some of my other Loot Crate videos. Past couple of months, Loot Crate has gone like kind of all out as like, hey, this is what's going to be in here. I like the surprise of not even knowing what franchises are going to be in there outside of, certain obvious guesses. But this month, they were just like, hey, get Loot Crate because here's an actual item straight from the crate this month. And I was like, great. Like, that's, like, at this point, they're just showing you what's in the crate. It's like, that's kind of the point of getting it, is so you don't know what's in there at all. Which is why most people probably don't watch the videos until... Well, some people watch them before. I don't watch the videos until after I do mine. But seeing what one of the items was, especially because it seems like it's probably going to be the best one in the crate, I was like, fantastic. Like, now they're just getting to the point where they're just showing us everything that's happening. So that really sucked when I saw that. But I'm still excited to get into this. I had it upside down this whole time. So probably just, I'll just take it out because I'm pretty sure this is right here. Yeah, so this is what I already knew I was going to be getting, and this is the Doctor Strange Q-Fig. Now, it still looks awesome, and you can see it way better from the picture here, but I was like, sweet, that's gonna just be in the crate, huh? Like, that item, which typically when there's a figure, it's the coolest item in the box, so I was like, that, it sucks knowing that ahead of time, like, what is the point? So... still gonna love it. I did enjoy the movie. I saw, when did I see it? I'm pretty sure I saw opening weekend. And it was a fun movie. Oops. And this is nice. I'm gonna have to be really careful with this because I'll just put my hand on it a little too hard and it'll snap down. But I like this. It looks cool. He's got that cool, he's got a stance like Iron Fist, like he's about to do like a strike or something. So, excuse me, that's pretty cool. I like this. It's definitely nice. It's got a good design to it. I like the color. I like the, the flowing cape style of it and stuff like that. I do love the Q-Fig figures. I, have them all. They're actually all at my girlfriend's house. And at this point, we don't really have them set up anywhere. They're all still like in their boxes, just stacked on top of each other. So it's like Deadpool on top, the Hulk, and then Harley Quinn's on the bottom. And I just stacked them up because it's like, I don't really, there's not really a place to put them just yet. So they're just in their boxes for now. And Doctor Strange will probably be joining them because there's literally no space in here, like, whatsoever. So, that is definitely a nice item, and like I said, I'm hoping that, I'm sure I'll still like the other items because there are certain things where it's like, alright, because this will be too loud, so I'm just going to pause this, right? Close enough. So it's like, it's Magic, so I know that there are going to be certain items in here and certain franchises. Like, it's Magic. Fantastic Beasts recently came out, so I assume that either that's in here or just straight up Harry Potter. So it's going to be one of those, I'm sure, and I love Harry Potter. I saw Fantastic Beasts. That was actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. The t-shirt. Didn't even think about the t-shirt. So, t-shirt is probably, yup. Become an Obliviator, recruiting now every half moon of the month. Makusa. So, this is Fantastic Beasts. So incredibly dark, you probably can't even see it too well. But, that's all I can do with my autofocus, because it's so effing dark in here. But this is from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's by BioWorld. They've definitely done quite a few things with Loot Crate at this point. So, that's cool. I think it's interesting. It's one of those shirts where I like it because it's kind of subtle, but of course it's like, oh, if you saw Fantastic Beasts, it's like, oh, it says Makusa like right on the bottom, so you know what that is. So I thought that was pretty cool. Plus it says Obliviator like right on top, so if you know Harry Potter, you'd be like, oh, Obliviate, you'll probably get that like right off the top. But I like that. It's not 100% just right out there. This also makes me think of Iron Fist. The bird symbol is actually kind of close to it, actually. But that's cool. I like that. And plus, I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, so I like the dark blue color of that. Really did enjoy Fantastic Beasts. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, this is Game of Thrones. So it's The Night is Dark. Man, this is really cool. The night is dark and full of terrors. So it is a little journal with... I'm just going to open this. It looks like it's going to have... It's probably not... The pages probably aren't actually red. It's probably just the edge of the pages. And I'm trying not to like dig into this and scratch up the top, but it's like the only way I can get the plastic off to mess with it. And I definitely don't want to use my kunai because then I'll scratch up the book for sure. But maybe I'll be super careful. But this looks cool. I definitely love this. You know, it's just simple black design with the silver. It's a very nice silver, and it is a reflection. It's like a pseudo reflection sort of deal. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't know who these characters are or anything like that. So that's unfortunate. But I gotta be super careful with this thing. It looks good though, so there it is. I don't mind not really knowing the franchise or anything like that. Obviously, it's Game of Thrones, so it's about as popular as it gets right now. But this is nice for sure. I know I have a friend who's like huge into Game of Thrones. Like he read the books before. Oh, that's pretty sweet. He read the books before the show even came out and everything, so he would love this. Oh no, but at some point I will get into the show, so I might keep this for myself. Also, it just looks nice. I love, like, black and red is a really good sort of color combo. They aren't exactly complements of each other. Like a complement is orange and blue are complements of each other. Like they really make each other stand out. And black and red aren't, but they just go together really well. So that's nice. Plus the silver accent is actually very sweet on this. So I actually really like this. This looks really cool. I love the fact that the lining is red, if that's what you'd actually call the lining of the pages. I would assume it is. But that's really nice. There's nothing on the spine. It's just the front and the back. But that's really cool. It's just got normal pages on the inside. I guess I should probably show you guys that. It has a little letter. It says Melisandre on it. And it's got, a red priestess from Essos, if I'm even saying that right. So I won't even bother reading it because I'll be like, oh, you're not saying and pronouncing everything right, which doesn't matter to me. But it's got dates and stuff, memo number, and you put your own date in here, the days of the week and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. I like that. Simple, little notebook for you to either, chronicle your crazy fantasy adventures or just to make notes and do normal, boring human stuff. But that I like. I think that's a pretty cool one. Try not to stab myself. We got our pen for the month. And I'm going to go online. Since I'm so far behind doing this, I'm sure the code is already up. Oh, this is, they did this last time too. So it seems like from now on, the loot pens, because this is actually for the Elder Scrolls Online, like that's just flat out the symbol. And last month they did the same thing for the horror crate. It was Halloween, and it was literally just like the poster images of Halloween put into, circular pin form. So I guess that's where we're headed now. They're no longer going to be doing like their own things anymore, where it's like, oh, this is, actually I have some examples around here somewhere. So they won't be doing like their own custom things. Like this, of course, was a reference to Star Trek, but it's somewhat close to them having their own thing a little bit. That was like just a reference one, but here's another one. Here we are. So this is like, I think this was actually like the very first one that they did. Yep, this is the first one that they did for this year, and it was the first time they went outside of their normal thing with the new pen style and stuff. So it's still an original version of their own pen, but at this point it seems like they decided to transition into the pins themselves kind of being like the items, where it's like, okay, this franchise was left out as far as the shirt or whatever other items, but now it can be as the pin. So it's like, it's not just, oh, that's cool, it's a Loot Crate pin. Now it's specifically like this franchise pin. It's like this is an Elder Scrolls pin. It's not just, oh, it's a cool Loot Crate pin. It's flat out, it's an Elder Scrolls pin. Like, if someone sees that and they don't have Loot Crate, they'll be like, that's Elder Scrolls. They won't say it's a Loot Crate pin. So I actually think that's kind of cool, because at some point it'll get to a franchise that I like, and it's like, hey, I'll probably wear that pin around or put it on something, because it'll be from a franchise that I really love. Like, if they end up doing some more Futurama stuff, maybe in the future, they'll have like a Planet Express, just pin, and it'll flat out be, the Planet Express show, and I'd probably put that on something because I love Futurama. So I actually like that idea. I think that's pretty cool. They seem to be, transitioning into that, just like they've transitioned now every single box. Maybe this one, maybe not. But the last couple have been like, hey, this box turns into something. The last one, actually, the last one may not have turned into anything. It was just, it had the face on the inside, so it didn't turn into something. But it had something that you can actually utilize. Before that, I think, was the car. And then before that, I think, was the Harley Quinn hammer. Maybe vice versa. But I still think it's cool. So, let's see what else is in here. This feels like a comic book. And yes, it is. Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York. That's interesting. So, this, I'm going to assume, based on the fairly obvious title here, is a comic combo of the films Big Trouble in Little China and Escape from New York, which is kind of cool. That's interesting. It's oh dude, I can't even think of the actor's name, but it's the same guy from both movies, if I'm remembering right, unless I'm thinking of just two dudes who look the same. But it's the same guy from both films, so that's cool. It's like, putting two famous characters together. I think Snake Plissken is a little bit more famous than whatever the character's name is from Big Trouble in Little China, but that's kind of cool, putting them together, blending the comics, especially considering Escape from New York is a post-apocalyptic movie, and it's like, that's, yeah, and I guess it fits Big Trouble in Little China with the magic and all that craziness. So in a sense, it kind of works. Once you get magic, it's like, why can't you have time travel? So that's kind of cool. I like that. I don't know if I'll ever read it, because I do the same thing with all the other Loot Crate comics, and I never actually end up reading them. I do the super nerd thing, and I just keep them all nice and wrapped up. So that might be how that goes. But that is the last item, and then of course there is the booklet for this month, Magical. Test your Fantastic Beast knowledge, an exclusive interview with magician/illusionist Joseph Riom, and prep for the holidays with the Looter gift guide. So this, also the inside of the box is basically just potions and stuff, so you can kind of have your own little cabinet of potions. So that's kind of cool, and I love the green, pink, and brown. It's actually a pretty nice color combo, so that's a cool design for that one. Accio box, that's pretty sweet. Let's go through. Of course, we have a Doctor Strange. I really wanted this. The Doctor Strange robe. I was thinking about buying the Marvel Gears and Goods. Once I started seeing people with putting up pictures of that, I was like, I wish I bought that, because that just looks cool. But I avoided it because I was like, I don't know. I might go on eBay if it's still on there. I'm not 100% sure, but I thought that was really cool. So let's see. We go through. Okay, so the Elder Scrolls Online pin is the Imperial Edition Upgrade and Collector's pin. So this is, so it's the, okay, so it's an Imperial Edition Upgrade code is the code for this month, and that is, you have to own the Elder Scrolls Online for PC or Mac to use this free upgrade code. If you do not own the Elder Scrolls Online, please purchase it before following the steps below. So it's basically like, I would assume, just like Skyrim, because I got that for free, because I bought the original version on Steam, and then it was like, hey, here's a free upgrade version to the special edition, the remastered version, which was really cool. Sadly, it's way too powerful for my PC, and it's in super duper slow motion, so sadly I still haven't played that game at all. I bought it a long time ago. Typical Steam style, I have a bunch of games that I haven't played yet, so sadly, even the remastered version, it's too powerful, and eventually when I'm super rich and I have a very nice PC, I'll finally get to play it, because I'm not going to buy it again, so that's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. They have the Gears of War 4 crate in here, so this is, I'm pretty sure this is a bi-monthly crate like their other ones. So this will be coming out pretty soon again. They got like a hoodie and stuff in here. I thought my pages were stuck together for a second. So we go through here. We got the interview with the illusionist. The most magical coin trick ever. I might have to... Oh, it's how to like have a coin in your hand and then make it seem like, you know, switch it hands, but you know, not let people see it. So that's cool. Kind of learned that trick. Simple, but good to know. Let's see. They have gifts over $50. They got some cool stuff in here. You get Adventure Time watch. They got Harley Quinn's mallet. Legend of Wonder Woman hardcover, which has a pretty phenomenal cover to it. Hey, Back to the Future hat is in here. Marty McFly. How about that? That's pretty cool. That's only $25, by the way. They don't specify where you can get it from, but you can go to sharkrobot.com for anyone who might actually be interested, because I get that every once in a while, like where I got my hat from. But Shark Robot, saw them at a convention one year, and I was like, well, I'm gonna just have to own that, and I've been wearing it ever since. They have a really cool Spider-Gwen statue in here. That's $65, but it's by Art FX, so that makes a lot of sense. There is a Fallout 111 jumpsuit, and it looks like it's a onesie from the yeah it is. It's a jumpsuit, so that's interesting. But these are some cool items in here. They have a pretty sweet looking Voltron ring, so that's nice. Let's see if I can find. I am not looking for of course, the Mega Crate, so I can be mad that I didn't get, who knows, like $100 million worth of free stuff, because it's always something ridiculous. So I'm sure there's something in here. Once I find the page, it would be like, yeah, it was the full Harry Potter series, and like a jacket or something from Harry Potter. You get the full robe and a bunch of wands and this and that and the other. So let's see, where are you, Mega Crate? I do not see it, unless I'm missing a page or I'm just totally skipping over it. I do not know where the heck the Mega Crate is. Interesting. I don't see it in here, so either I am just constantly going right past it, or I just don't have that page. I don't know, but I don't see it in here, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. Closest I have is the Gears of War box. I think that's about the closest thing I have to the actual the Mega Crate. So that is really weird. Kurt Russell was the guy. I'm looking at the comic thing. It's Kurt Russell. I'm like, I know I can't think of that guy's name at all. But yeah, I do not see the Mega Crate. So, that is really weird. Don't know where it is, but oh well, that's too bad. But good crate. I actually enjoyed this one. I actually like the pin, even though I don't play Elder Scrolls Online. I think it's actually pretty cool. Favorite item? If I had to pick one, I might go Fig. Honestly, you know, even though I knew it was going to be in here, I would probably still go with the Q-Fig. It has a great design to it. As always, they just look really sweet, so I love that. I do love this comic. I actually want to read this one. I haven't seen either of these movies, which is a real shame because they're both actually classic films. But I kind of want to read this just from what I know about the films. I kind of want to read this comic, blending the two together. So I might actually take that one out. Like I said, the journal, this just looks amazing. I kind of don't want to even write in. I want this to just stay pristine just like this and look perfect and everything. So I love this. Once I finally get into the series, maybe I'll get the reference as to who these two characters are meant to be. Well, I can't say silhouettes because it's basically the opposite of a silhouette. But I guess once I get into the series, I'll be able to recognize that. But that's cool. Fantastic Beasts t-shirt is definitely nice. Like I said, I saw that movie. I actually really enjoyed the movie. I know some people thought it was like, I guess people who aren't like super huge fans of Harry Potter, it was kind of like meh. But if you're a big Harry Potter fan, it was kind of like, this is freaking phenomenal. So I guess I'm in the freaking phenomenal camp. I just enjoyed the movie. I thought it was great. But I like this. I feel like I had something else that I put down somewhere else, but I don't know. But it's a fine crate. Yeah, I think it's a fine crate. You know, I think I was just spoiled by the fact that I knew the thing was in there. And like I said, it did end up being my favorite item. Typically it is. Whenever there's a figure, it's my favorite item because it's the coolest thing. It's like, you know, it's just a great looking figure, great design, and that's what I enjoyed the most. Even though I'll use the shirt because I'll, you know, have to wear it, the figure is, it's just different, you know. And knowing that it was going to be in there, I was so upset when I first saw it. I was like, this is probably going to be my favorite item, and I'm going to be so upset that's the case, and sadly it is. But I do actually still enjoy the other items, even though, like I said, I don't even watch Game of Thrones. But I just, artistically speaking, this is a phenomenal looking book. Like, this just, honestly, it just kind of looks beautiful to me. Like, it's just a great dark red, it's really blood red, black and silver, and that's just good. And it shows up good on camera, which is nice because of the stupid, insanely dark autofocus settings I have on. But I like this crate. I think it's fine. I feel like I'm an idiot because I feel like the mega crate thing has to be in here, and I'm just somehow missing it over and over again, because that would be really weird if they started to take that out. Because I actually like looking at it, even though it's like, that sucks that I didn't get to win it. I still like seeing what's in there. So I don't know if they started to do that, because that's something they do with Loot Anime for sure. They actually don't put in the they call it the Kaiju crate, I believe. They don't actually do that for Loot Anime. Not that I remember. When I had it, they didn't. I only bought it once, but they didn't show that. It's like you see it online, but it doesn't actually have it on. Well, they do posters instead. They don't do booklets for that. But I don't know. I feel like that might be where we're headed with this. Unless I just got like a crazy fluke of a you know, booklet, and like I said, I'm just missing the page and it's not in here for some reason. But I hope not, because like I said, despite being super jealous of the person that did win, I actually love seeing what's in the mega crate. So it's unfortunate that it's not showing up in here, or you know, I just don't have that page, or something's wrong and I got a weird booklet and it didn't print. But like I said, still enjoyed this crate. Thought it was pretty good. Love the figure. Really enjoy the t-shirt. Might be the first comic I actually read from Loot Crate instead of just being a super nerd and keeping it in the plastic. But I like what I got. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about this month's crate. So please comment below. Let me know your favorite items, your least favorite items. Of course, with it being Magic based, there are a million other franchises. Like, typically fantasy and Magic just go, you know, right together. So they're, you know, obviously, like, the one instantly, I think Lord of the Rings. You know, if I'm not thinking Harry Potter, just because of how popular it is, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings. Like, it's fantasy, it's magic. Lord of the Rings. You know, they had their little representation of Elder Scrolls in there, so, you know, they kind of snuck it in with the pen. But I would love to know what other magical franchises you guys would have, you know, wish were in here. Maybe if you could switch the items around, would you prefer, like, a Fantastic Beasts figure, or maybe just a Harry Potter figure? Maybe a Game of Thrones figure. I would be interested to see what Q-Fig would do with a Game of Thrones character. Like, I've seen enough of them to be like, I would, like the White Walkers, I would love that as a Q-Fig, even though I don't know the series. Those characters, design-wise, look phenomenal. I would love to have seen that as a Q-Fig. But, you know, what items would you guys switch around? You know, comic books, exclusive comics for, you know, different franchises or whatever. And like I said, what franchises you wish were in here, and which ones would you take out? Because I guess I never would have thought Big Trouble in Little China when I thought Magic, but it is a really popular Magic-based film. So, you know, it's one of those things where they get it in there. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, but it just wouldn't have ever come to mind. But I'd love to know what you guys thought about the crate, so please comment below, let me know. And, of course, thanks for watching.